stand by. We want to bring in Dr. Ahmed. I want to get your thoughts just on what the speaker was saying there about the First Lady Melania Trump, because you'll have a very good take on this, of not wearing the headscarf, Ivanka Trump not wearing that headscarf, greeting the king as they got off the plane yesterday, really making that statement, no, we respect your culture, but we also respect ours, and we are someone that is all for freedom of speech and expression for women. How was that, do you think, received over in Saudi Arabia?
Welcomed. I've gathered from my friends in the Arab world there's been absolutely no criticism of the lack of a headscarf of either of these ladies in the first family. But also, let's not forget, Islam does not mandate the hijab for Muslim women, let alone for Christian women. The concept of veiling in Islam is about being modest. Both the men and women in the U.S. delegation are modestly dressed. That is absolutely the requirement. Additionally, when we have visiting foreign dignitaries, the British Prime Minister or the Queen of England, they are accorded the same status as an honorary male visitor. So it's irrelevant. And a lot of the other media that I've been on have been fixated with this. Muslim women, we are disinterested in the issue of the veiling in this regard. But I think Speaker Gingrich lends incredible observations. I'm learning as I'm listening to him. And yes, the guts to speak about women's rights in Saudi Arabia, not just to Saudis, but much of the Muslim world, which I've traveled in and lived in, is not going to be lost on many of the Muslim men and women who are campaigning for these reforms. Additionally, two things are being demonstrated by this extraordinary expression of power, both on the U.S. side and the Saudi side. In Arabic, we have a word which is called wasta, which means influence. How much pull do you have? And this shows not only the extraordinary influence of Saudi Arabia over the Muslim world, but the United States globally. So that's phenomenal. And additionally, the excerpt in the speech about eliminating extremism from within mosques. Can I tell you, there is a verse in the Quran which speaks absolutely to that, warns Muslims that insurrection and betrayal can emerge from mosques, and it is our job to destroy them when that occurs. So this is in line with true Islamic values.
And decoupling ISIS from the Quran. I mean, they've given us their playbook repeatedly, right? That they are trying to return to the purest form of Islam. That's what they think in their delusions. Right.
But billions of Muslims know otherwise, because we've had centuries without this ideology. Additionally, as Muslims, we were warned during the Prophet's lifetime, what is it that you most fear for your followers that will come after you? And he said, they will emerge from among you. They will have the Quran that goes no further than their throats, meaning not their hearts or their souls. They will claim that they are the purest of Muslims, and they will slay you, but they are nothing but the dogs of the people of hell. This was predicted centuries ago in a historic hadith. We are living that through ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban. And so Muslims know this is much more at stake than a Saudi monarchy. This is our faith, and to have the United States as a partner in this is a tremendous support to Muslims all over the world.
Dr. Ahmed, I mean, that is the million-dollar question. Is the reformation of Islam possible to push out the extremists? I mean, Christianity many centuries ago went through that same metamorphosis. For Islam to do that, how important is this as a start or an interim step? And what are the actual practical steps that have to happen over the years and decades to come to actually squash extremism?
Great question, Peter. I mean, the way that I look at it is I actually could not possibly be in a position to comment on the reformation of a revealed religion, but I can comment on the reformation of Muslims. Muslims are in this pitiful state globally, dealing with brutality committed in the name of our most religious verses, because we have strayed from the values of the Quran. As a believing Muslim, I believe in the Injil, the Gospel. I believe in the Torah. I believe in the Prophet Muhammad. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Abraham. This is required. Muslims have left that by persecuting Christians, by persecuting other faiths, by persecuting Jews. We have abandoned our foundation. And so it is time for us to return to the foundation. Now, important Muslim leaders, we just saw incredible images of President Trump arriving as the final most important guest, more honored even than the King of Saudi Arabia in that gathering, accompanied by President Sisi, one of the last people to attend. He made the boldest moves at Al-Azhar, the seat of Sunni learning for 1,200 years, and said exactly what you said. He called for reformation. Now, he is in a position as a leader of an important Sunni Arab republic. So it may be coming. This is the step. And I'll tell you, one of the fundamental things we need isn't even going to come from the West. Muslims themselves, we are illiterate in the faith that we have. We are illiterate literally. Muslims cannot read the words. Muslims do not understand the words, and they fail to understand the spirit of Islam. That is something that has to come within the Muslim world, and that is being waged not just through media, but centers like the Observatory at Al-Azhar University, where we have banks of scholars. I was just there in April. Brilliant Islamic scholars online dealing with real-time jihadist ideology from Dabiq and their other magazines. So we're doing this in real time because we ourselves as Muslims have been ignorant.
Well, it's such an important perspective, Dr. Khan. Thank you for being with us this morning.